Welcome back to the channel. Monica Louv here at The Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing your reading from mid-March to mid-April. Now this is going to be a general reading, so it may resonate with you, it may not. If it does resonate with you, there will be a link in the description box for the extended. Libra, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay. Well, I'm going to show you what the first card was that flew out, okay? Because that flew out. It flew out very, very strongly. So I'm going to show you what it was. So you have the Justice here in reverse that came flying out. So this is telling me right now in the recent past, there was something here that was never really worked out, something here that was never really resolved. And there's a lot of this, like, I don't want to say there's a sad energy, but there's this disappointing energy. It's like, why did this happen? Why didn't this work out? Why didn't it go the way that I wanted it to go here in the past? Okay. Okay, so your challenge from now until mid-April is the Hanged Man, which you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, Three of Swords in reverse, okay? You never really got over something. That's what it's showing here, okay? So let's talk about it. Let's see what happens. So your challenge is the Hanged Man. Your biggest challenge, Pisces, between now and mid-April has a lot to do with something here that it's like you're being, in a way, forced to not take action on something. It's like really think about something, really look at things from multiple different perspectives. And that may be very challenging for you because you may be in a position where you're like, I want to take action. Like it's spring. I want to take action. I want to do what I need to do. But there's something here that's like forcing you to go within and think about something. It's like, don't just take action. Think about it. Really think about it. You know, and that may be challenging for you. We're going to clarify and get more information for you in a moment. Now, in the recent past, Libra, you have the Six of Pentacles, the Empress, and you have the Ten of Swords. So in the recent past, something here ended. Remember I said something wasn't set right. Something here didn't work out the way that you wanted to. There was a disappointment. And look, the Ten of Swords in the recent past is bringing forth that confirmation of a painful ending in the past, especially because a lot of you were generous with someone. You gave a lot of yourself to someone here. You were nurturing towards this person and it ended very badly here in the past, okay? We're going to talk more about that for you in a moment. Now, in the present moment, Libra, you have the Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and you have the Three of Cups. So in the present moment, it looks like there is a celebration that's taking place. The celebration has a lot to do with a brand new beginning that is taking place in your life. I do see the Four of Pentacles here. I'm a little confused as to why it's here, okay? We're going to find out more. Maybe someone here is still holding on to this or holding on to the idea of having a new beginning with you and reconciling. We're going to find out more about that for you in a moment. In the near future, you have the Eight of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. I feel like there is some sort of communication that comes in the near future. And this has a lot to do with someone here that you left or you're choosing to leave or you chose to leave, okay? Take it as it resonates. Could have a lot to do with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. I'm getting Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo here, okay, in the near future. So we're going to clarify and get more information. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, Three of Swords in reverse. Something here that caused you so much pain. In the near future, you're like, whatever, I'm going to get over it anyways. It's like over time, especially during April, you start to get over something here that really hurt you, really affected you. And even though it seems like there's nothing that you can do about this situation, you eventually come to this point where you're like, I'm over it now. So you become over something that hurt you on a very deep level. You're like, I'm over that. I've been over that, okay? And that's what I'm seeing. But we're going to see how else that ties into your reading as we go, okay? So let's get into your reading. Let's see what's going on for you. Tell me about Libra and their challenge for mid-April. You have the Temperance in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles upright, and the Lovers. So your biggest challenge here has a lot to do with, I'm going to put a few stories out there, but the first one is some of you are single right now and you're like, am I ever going to find love? Is love ever going to come in? Do I need to take action? Do I need to be doing something? What do I need to be doing differently in order to be able to attract the type of love that I want in my life? So your biggest challenge here has a lot to do with not focusing so much on love or not focusing so much on, you know, getting what it is that you want, but rather just going with the flow. Okay. The Temperance is here in the reverse. When it's in reverse, it means not going with the flow, rushing into things, trying to control things. And Spirit is saying you're not in control. A lot of you think you're in control. You're not. Okay. We have free will, but there's also other circumstances that play a role in determining whether or not we're going to get what we want. And that's how we know that there's other energies out there that control this reality, okay, outside of ourselves. And I'll give you an example. It's like when you're driving down the street and you want to get somewhere, and every time you drive, you just get red light after red light after red light. It's because you know, you're not in control. You're not going to get there when you want to get there. You know, you're going to get there when you need to get there. So your challenge has a lot to do with going with the flow when it comes to acquiring money, when it comes to your projects, when it comes to, and some of you are already doing this because you're consciously aware, you're like tapped in. Others of you need that guidance on that, right? So if you truly want to find real love, if you truly want to become financially abundant and independent, go with the flow. Try to look at things from a different perspective. Realize this, Libra, there's not one way of doing things. There's multiple ways of doing things. And I think that's something that you're going to learn between now and mid-April. Another thing I want to mention to you astrologically is that if you're a rising Libra, the Sun and Jupiter are going to be in your 7th house, which means you have a very strong possibility of meeting someone new or meeting people that are abundant that can bring that abundance to you. And the only way that's going to happen for you is if you go with the flow. And that's what the Temperance is trying to tell you here when it's in reverse, okay? So let's talk about the recent past. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords. What happened here? There was a painful ending. Tell me more about the Ten of Swords in the recent past. You have the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and you have the Eight of Pentacles, okay? So in the recent past, something here stopped working. Something here that, you know, was working great and amazing. It was flowing, it was flowing, it was flowing. It started to bring forth confusion. It started to bring forth some uncertainty. Some of you were extremely generous with someone and either they took you for granted or you felt like you were giving, and you didn't really get as much in return. And that's why when I was shuffling the cards, the first card that came flying out was the Justice in reverse, because some of you feel that ever since this past situation, you feel like you've never really been able to recover from it. You feel like a piece of you was taken away. You know, there's this strong energy of like, I'm constantly giving to a situation and it just isn't giving back to me. Somebody here kept their options open in the past or they created some sort of confusion. Tell me more about the Empress in the recent past for Libra. You have the Hangman in reverse, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and you have the Emperor in reverse. A new love or new beginning in love, you know, even though action was in a way being taken, there was a lack of action being taken towards creating stability in the relationship. So it's like you met someone or you were with someone for a while and the love started to dissipate. So even though, you know, you and this person were very nurturing towards one another, it looked like it could really lead to something. Something here was moving way too quickly and it led to instability here in the past. And as a result of that, some of you overgave to this person, okay? You were overly generous with them and you recognized and realized, hey, this person isn't really reciprocating. They're not really giving back to me. They're not really giving me what I need. And that's why there was a painful ending, because something here was not balanced and it needed to come to an end in the past. Now, in the present moment, it looks like for many of you, there is a brand new beginning that's coming in for you. It's a passionate new beginning. This could be you meeting someone new, could be starting a new project, or it could be someone who you've been with from the past that's trying to have a new beginning with you. We're going to find out more about this in a moment. But first, I want to clarify the Four of Pentacles because it's confusing me. I'm not really getting any intuitive messages as to why it's here. So tell me more about the Four of Pentacles. Why is it here in the present moment for Libra? What is it that they need to know? Two of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Four of Cups. Okay, in the present moment, there is a very strong connection with you and a particular person. I don't know if this is someone you're married to or somebody that you're dating or seeing or someone from your past. Somebody here has really been in their head about you. Okay, they've really been in their head about you, or you've been in your head about someone. But I don't feel like this is you. I feel like this is your person. Okay, there is this energy in the present moment. I really want you. I really want to be with you. I still want to hold on to this. But I'm afraid of you rejecting me. I'm afraid that you don't want me. I'm afraid that, I don't know how you're going to react when I come back. Okay. Because there is a very strong sign here of a reconciliation or wanting to come and reunite. So this has a lot to do with someone here that you've let go of. Somebody here, they're not clear on where they stand with you. And again, this has a lot to do with some sort of pain from the past that you've tried to forget. Something here that was never really set right. Tell me more about this new beginning in the present moment for Libra. King of Wands, Six of Wands, Ten of Wands. In the present moment, okay, there's a few messages. The first message is that you could be dealing with somebody here who is really trying to figure out how they can have a new beginning with you. They're really trying to figure it out. They're like, how can I have a new beginning with Libra? How can I get rid of the burdens? How can I get rid of the difficulties here? Now, if you don't have a person, this is about you having a new beginning. And you are in a place, a lot of you are in a place right now, Libra, where you have been able to sit down with yourself. You've been able to figure out what you want. You're in a very good place right now. A lot of you. King of Wands is someone who has accomplished a lot. The King of Wands is someone who's very passionate, and they, he or she, and again, I don't use genders in the reading because it's all energy. The king is somebody who rules his or her kingdom, okay? So you're ruling something now, and it's leading to some sort of new beginning, and you're pushing away the burdens. So instead of being a victim and sitting there and waiting for someone else to do it for you, you're saying to yourself, you know what? I got to do this for myself. And that's what's leading to some sort of new beginning or new cycle for you, especially when it comes to love. Okay. Somebody here does want to reconcile with you. Somebody here has a very strong spiritual connection with you. I feel like this person is someone that you think of all the time, or they think about you all the time, but there's a fear here of rejection. There's a fear here of, maybe it's going to be too difficult if I try to have some sort of new beginning with Libra. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the Devil, and the Six of Swords. Yeah. So in the present moment, somebody here is wishing and hoping that they can come back to you. They can be with you because they know all the abundance that's offered when you're in their life. But in the present moment, this person and you both know something here is toxic. It's just not healthy, right? The Devil is here. So there's a reason why somebody's left in the present moment. There's a reason why someone's disconnecting, and this could be you. You may be choosing, you know what? I want something better. I want something more. I don't want burdens. I don't want struggles. I don't want, problems in my life. I want my life and my relationships to be balanced. And that's why your challenge is the Hangman, because a lot of you don't know what to do. You want something, but you don't know what to do. But the first step that a lot of you are taking is to recognize that it's time to disconnect from something here that's just not healthy for you. And that's what you're recognizing, right? You're recognizing what's toxic and what is, opportunistic. Where do I need to place myself so I can get the most out of something? That's what you're learning in the present moment. So sometimes somebody needs to lose you in order to realize what they had before. And that's what I'm seeing is going on in the present moment. Now, in the near future, somebody's reaching out and they want to talk about, why they left, or you may talk to this person, and that's what may be able to set something right here, because something isn't set right. It's like somebody just leaves without saying anything, or somebody ghosts, or somebody, just comes to this point of realizing, this is too hard for me. It's too hard. I don't want, and you're a Libra, right? You like things that are balanced. You want that balance. You want that calm. You want to live a luxurious life. That's part of your nature. And when you don't feel that, you may decide to just disconnect without even saying anything. Tell me more about the Five of Pentacles in the near future for Libra. You have the Queen of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. Someone here is devastated in the near future that you left or disconnected, or vice versa. Somebody here still loves you, or you still love someone here in the near future. I feel like this is your person. I don't feel like this is you. It could be you, but I don't feel like it is. If this is you, there's a lot of anxiety and fear in the near future because you can't seem to let this person go, even though you did physically. Mentally, you haven't. Okay? 4 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords. So there's still a lot of love here. And this deep feeling that you feel in your heart where you're hurt, because you are, you're going to get over it though. Okay? I'm going to say this. Sometimes we have to lose something to really and truly appreciate it. The problem with a lot of people today, they get something, it's beautiful, it's great. They abuse it. They take it for granted. And as a result of that, they lose it. Somebody here's devastated that you left or they left. Knight of Swords in reverse. Somebody here's regretting their actions in the past. Tell me more about the 8 of Wands. What is this important conversation about for Libra in the near future? Tell me about the 8 of Wands in the near future for Libra. You have the King of Swords, the 2 of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. Somebody here in the near future comes rushing back to you, or you go rushing back to them. And this is, and when I say rushing back, I'm saying like, you know, wanting to talk about the separation, wanting to talk about why you both went your separate ways. Because there's still this, you know, energy here of, I still want this, but I know that it's not possible. It's like unrequited love here, but there's some sort of conversation that's coming in the near future. And I feel like this conversation is really going to bring forth some sort of healing phase, because a lot of you want to forget someone from your past, but in order for you to be able to do that, there's something here that you need to accept. And that's what the Temperance is talking about, which is a part of your challenge. You know, going with the flow with things, not trying to always be in control of everything, not always trying to think that you have the control, because again, like I said, we don't always have the control. We don't always have the control the way that we think we have the control. But somebody here is really devastated, okay? And right as you get over this person, they're still in this place of like, I really miss Libra. I really want to be with Libra. Let's get some advice. Nine of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the 5 of Wands. Your biggest piece of advice here is to recognize when something isn't healthy, okay? Just, you know, look at the signs. If you're constantly worried over something, you're worried over something because you're trying to control it. That's where fear comes from, right? Fear, anxiety, and stress come from the fact that we can't control something. But when we allow something to flow, when we surrender, and that's what you're learning between now and mid-April, when we learn to surrender, that's when things can flow towards us. Conflicts happen because we're trying to control. Conflicts happen because, you know, we're in fear that things aren't going to go the way that we want them to go. Your biggest piece of advice here is if you truly want love, if you truly want fulfillment, if you truly want something that's stable, just go with the flow. Go with the flow. If somebody starts a conflict or argument with you, accept that. Okay, that's your opinion. This is my opinion. Thanks. When you can't sleep at night because you're worried about something, do breathing exercises. They help. Maybe you need to get physically active. Okay. But either way, this is about you going with the flow. Okay. The Knight of Cups is someone who goes with the flow. The Knight of Cups is like do 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 do, and they're just going. And if something good shows up, great. If it doesn't, I'm not worried about it, because I'm working on myself, because I'm working on what I can control. Okay, the sun is going to be in your 7th house. Okay, over the next few weeks. So there's going to be a lot of the other. There's going to be a lot of energy coming from the other. And remember, you cannot always control the other. You can control you, but you can't always control the other. And when you start to realize this and recognize this, conflicts are not going to bother you. When you go to bed at night, you're not going to be stressed because you tell yourself, it's out of my control. What can I do? I'm just going to go with the flow like the Knight of Cups. And when you just go along your journey with no expectation, Libra, see what happens. You're going to be pleasantly surprised, okay? So Libra, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.